I'd buy that for $1.
Hey guys, it's Vash, and welcome back to more E3 talk. We gonna be y'all don't care. Alright, let's do it. This time we're gonna be talking about EA. Oh, EA, the devil, just everything wrong in the world. Flavored soda. The one thing that people just don't like EA. EA be fucking up. But let's go ahead and talk about what EA had to bring to the table. Now, we're going to be talking about the EA press conference. I will be talking about the games that interested me enough to want to say something about them. If I skip over a game or I miss something, it's probably because I didn't really care enough to want to speak about it, or I missed it. I got up and did something else. So the first thing they showed was a trailer for Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, it was just a CG trailer, pretty much letting you know that there is another Mass Effect game coming. Now, I really enjoy Mass Effect games. The first one, I really liked it until I played the second one and noticed that the first one had a really, really bad AI. You know, it was like Assassin's Creed syndrome. Like, the first Assassin's Creed was amazing. Then you played Assassin's Creed 2, and it reminded you of just how bad Assassin's Creed 1 was. So, I'm pumped. Not pumped. I mean, I guess I'd like... It's Mass Effect, so Mass Effect is... I was about to say, is it Xbox exclusive? It's not. I think Mass Effect 3 was on both systems, wasn't it? Yeah, they're all on there now with the trilogy. I was gonna say, I guess I'd get it because I don't have shit for my Xbox, but now... I guess I'll have to see gameplay. It's probably just gonna be the same shit. You can't really do much with it. What can they add new? Just more blue chicks to bang? But, yeah. Next game we're gonna talk about is Need for Speed. Need for Speed looks like a lot of fun, but honestly, the only racing games I really, really like and go out of my way to buy is Burnout and Mario Kart. I was never really a huge fan of Need for Speed, mostly because in my childhood, my friends were the type of people that would make you choose. You either liked PlayStation or you liked Xbox. You liked Need for Speed or you liked Burnout, or you liked this or you liked that. You liked Splinter Cell or you liked Metal Gear. You were never allowed to like both. And all of my friends would tease me because I didn't like Need for Speed that much, because I didn't like how if I drove 180 miles per hour into a wall, I didn't explode like I would in Burnout. So I just was never a fan of Need for Speed, but the game looks fun. You know, I'm probably not going to buy it, but if it's cheap, I'd take a dive. One thing that I was extremely impressed with is how they had a man and a woman live action talking to you, the character, and the game seamlessly switches from live action to gameplay of you customizing your car. I thought that was impressive as hell, which I'm sure that was easily done with CG, and well, of course it's easily done with CG. It was done with with some Dixie cups and a string, and they were like, let's keep it real. But I mean, it looks fun. If you love racing games, I'm sure you're gonna love this game, but I'll probably get it when it's cheaper. Next game I want to talk about is Star Wars: The Old Republic. They had an expansion pack, which I didn't write down the name of the expansion pack, but let me go ahead and Google it, because I forgot. Let's see, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic Fallen Empire. It is Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Fallen Empire, which is an expansion pack with a BioWare feel to the Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO that I don't play. The game had these twins that kind of look like knockoffs of Star Killer. And one guy wears black, one guy wears white. It kind of, if you look at them, you kind of automatically assume that, okay, the guy in white is going to be the good brother, and you know, but then there's like a little twist at the end of the trailer when, it's the one in the white, it got the one arm and the fucked up face, wants to kill Uncle Padre, and then they start fighting with the light. It looks really good. But then you have to remember that this is just an MMO, so it's going to be extremely limited, and it was also just a CG trailer, so they didn't really show gameplay. I don't know. I was never really a huge fan of MMOs. I just thought they were really boring and time consuming. But from the trailer, it made the game look absolutely amazing. But since it is just an expansion pack for a Star Wars MMO game, I'm sure that they will add some shit to it to make it really good. But then you have to remember it's a Star Wars MMO game, so I probably won't be getting it. That's just the one thing you have to remember. But it did look really, really good. Next thing I'd like to talk about is Unravel. This game looks extremely interesting. It looks so cute. gives me that like Little Big Planet feel. It's like you're this little knit puppet, and I can't remember his name. What was his name? Nitty or something? Yarny? Yarny. And he's like a yarn cat thing, and he's red. And you like use his yarn to like swing around and solve puzzles, and the guy was like, oh, as you figure puzzles out, your yarn will be all over the place. And you'll look at it and you're like, how did I figure that out? Kind of like how life is. And I'm like, what? This dude is like digging deep in my soul with his, and oh my goodness. And when he was holding he like pulled out Yarny that he made himself, and he was trembling so bad. He was scared as shit, and I fully understand that because I would be scared as fuck too on that stage. But Unravel, I'm on board. I'd love to play it. Sign me up. Put me on the hype train. I'll fucking pull the doot. I'd pull it. I'm down for some Unravel. Next game I want to talk about, shit, I don't know why I wrote again about Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. I guess they showed more of the single player, and they also talked about, they showed more of the story, and they showed that you could play the game single player and split screen co-op for a single player experience, so it's not always online, which is, I guess, is cool. I'm still not, I don't care. I'm not gonna buy it, unless the price drops. Next game we'll talk about is Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which looks absolutely fantastic, and we have a date. It will be coming out February 23rd, 2016. It's so far, but now we don't have to wait because the first Mirror's Edge came out when I was such a young pup, and I guess I've waited this long, I can wait a little bit longer, and the game looks so beautiful, so bright and vibrant. Faith is looking so attractively beautiful, and one thing I noticed, I think it was a woman that was talking about it, or I don't know, someone was talking about it, and if I remember hearing correctly, they said that there will be no loading screens and no levels. It will be all free-flowing, which sounds amazing, and I don't understand how they're going to be able to do that. Now, do they mean like, okay, because if there's no levels, usually you would stop a game by the level by if you change locales, or, you know, like if a cutscene ends the gameplay here and then it starts another day, then that's a level. I wonder how they're going to pull off all this free-flowing, so it's like the game is just going to be like one long game, like with nothing. And I'm surprised that they're going to be like, no loading. They can always hide loading. They can always hide loading, or they can pull a Grand Theft Auto and just make it load really, really long at the beginning of the game, which I don't mind. You know, I can wait a minute or two at the beginning to not have any loading times. This game is supposed to be the origin story of Faith, and it's showing that she was like some sort of like government agent thing before she became a free runner, which will explain her abilities. I also remember the person that was talking about the game said that there will be no guns. Faith will not be using guns. She will be combining her momentum and her martial arts skills to fight off people, which in the trailer they showed her fucking kick a motherfucker through a window. She was like, fuck your chest, and gave him he flew out the window, and I was like, what? She used that momentum. The game looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait for Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I kind of want to play through Mirror's Edge again, the first one, because I hope that this game has a really catchy song, like, was it Still Alive? Or is that, what was it called? What was the Mirror's Edge theme called? I think it was called Still Alive, wasn't it? Let me Google it, because every time I hear Still Alive, I think of fucking Portal, which isn't Still Alive, is it? Yeah, it is called Still Alive. Okay. Then what is the other one? Yeah, the other one is Still Alive with... I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, that's that. Mirror's Edge, hype, can't wait. Now, the next game I'm going to talk about, excuse me, I have to let you guys know. I gotta take a deep breath. I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Star Wars has been there when I was a child. I grew up with it. Me and my father are big Star Wars fans. I absolutely adore Star Wars. And Star Wars Battlefront was probably one of my all-time favorite games when I was growing up. I used to waste so many hours not even playing the story mode. I would pick a planet, pick a side, and put it on max dudes and just fucking tear up for like 3 hours. I had so much fun. I loved the game. Then I remember I used to play it online with Yoshi all the time, and then the servers went down. I heard the servers are still up on PC, so I might have to check that out. But Star Wars Battlefront, they finally showed gameplay. I was so hyped. When I first saw the gameplay, I was like, oh, like, I remember them saying that the game was going to be in third and first person. It started out in first person. It looked okay. Like, you know, the first person, it was highly detailed guns, you know, pew, 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 you know, the lasers and shit. I was like, this looks cool. It just kind of looked like Battlefield or whatever. But then they confirmed that there will be third-person gameplay when it switched to another character. There was he was in third person, which is what I will definitely be playing the game always in third person. Because that's what I do. I saw a guy blow up and he ragdolled and I started crying. So the game will have ragdoll in it. I'm going to be, even if it ends up being shitty, blowing people up and watching people get shot and just crumble will be enough. That's why I kept playing Destiny. I'm gonna be real with you. Destiny was boring as fuck. I only kept playing it because when you shotgun a dude, he'd turn to jello and I'd laugh. And that's why I kept playing it. But the game has ragdoll. It showed that you can pilot AT-ATs and AT-STs with the Imperials. There are fucking snow speeders, which is my all-time favorite vehicle in the Star Wars universe. I love snow speeders. By the way, the demo that they showed was the Battle of Hoth. Battle of Hoth, the snow with the tauntauns and stuff like that. They showed TIE fighters attacking the floor, attacking the soldiers on the floor, which were flown by human players. And then X-Wings flew down and started fighting the TIE fighters. So it's going to be X-Wings and TIE fighters fighting. And then fucking snow speeders taking out AT-ATs and AT-STs getting hit with rocket launchers. It's going to be crazy. They said it's going to be 40 players. So it's going to be 20 on 20 hardcore poo on wiener action. I was like, I have to rewind this. I was like crying the whole time. I was like, I can't believe this. They showed Heroes gameplay. They showed a guy that kind of looked like Greedo. I can't remember his race. They're green. They look like fish people with hair. He was like hacking a post that he had to capture for the rebel side, and his partner got force choked. And I was like, what? And he turns around and it's Vader. And the camera like flies over and shows fucking Luke Guyballer, and he's like charging at him with fucking lightsabers. I was like, they got heroes. Heroes. I don't really care for heroes. It's not that I don't care. I mean, of course I care. They're awesome in the game. But I mean, when I played the game, I would pick a foot soldier over a hero. Just because I had this thing when I was younger that I would love to fit in, if that makes sense. Like, what I mean by fit in is like, I didn't like being special or standing out when I was younger. I liked to blend in. I don't know why. Like, when I would play Star Fox 64, I was so jealous that Falco and Slippy and all them can fly wherever they want, but I had to stay on my one path. I was also jealous that they got to do barrel rolls in slow motion, but mine was always really, really fast. Like, I would never upgrade my laser so I could have one laser like them. Like, I just wanted to be uniform. And that's how it was when I played Star Wars Battlefront. I would never play as the heroes unless I was losing really bad and I needed to have a comeback. But I would always stick to the soldiers. But Star Wars Battlefront looked absolutely fantastic. I believe that was the last game that they showed during the EA press conference. And oh boy, EA, you impressed me with Star Wars, Mirror's Edge, and Unravel. Oh man, I was so excited. And then I remember them talking about sports for like 20 minutes. Who fucking cares? But, geez, oh man. I remember someone on Twitter was telling me about how, like, they don't like that. Well, you know, EA, they're probably going to tack some kind of bullshit on Star Wars Battlefront, so I wouldn't get too excited about it. But my opinions on microtransactions and shitty DLC practices, here's my opinion on it. Don't buy it. That's it. That's it. They can do their shitty DLC practices. I know that it upsets you. I don't mean you as in the person specifically. I mean the person watching this video. I mean a person that feels that way. If you don't like it, don't support it. I understand that you're upset that they're taking advantage of stupid people that would, you know, throw their money at DLC and stuff like that, but just don't buy it. It's that easy. Star Wars Battlefront can come out and they can have a $50 season pass with all this shit promised. I don't fucking care. I got Star Wars Battlefront. You get me? You feel me, dog? I don't care. I got Star Wars Battlefront. I don't fuck about your goddamn extra maps. I got Battlefront. That's what I care about. Just don't buy it. Just don't buy it. Simple. You don't like it? Don't buy it. You don't like that I'm saying that? Just don't watch it. I don't know. You get what I mean? You know, it's easy. Just don't buy it. That's how I feel about it. Guys, that's all I have to say about the EA press conference. Thank you for listening to me ramble for about 15 minutes about stuff that you probably don't care about. Please let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the EA press conference. How big was your penis? during the Star Wars Battlefront trailer, because mine was rock solid, baby. I was typing on my keyboard with a flaccid wiener for like 5 minutes. But tell me what you guys think. What'd you think of Unravel? What'd you think of the Star Wars? Are you excited for the Old Republic expansion pack? Do you love Need for Speed and you're hyped as fuck? Did you like Unravel? Are you one of those people that really love FIFA and excited to play FIFA? I know they had like Pele on there. Are you about to make a digital version of yourself in NBA Live so you can dunk all over LeBron and put your nuts in his face? Like, let me know what you guys are excited about in the comment section below about EA. And let me know what you're excited for. What did you expect to see there that they didn't show off? What were you most excited for? What were you most disappointed with? I'd love to hear it, and I'd love to discuss it with you. Thank you so much for hanging out and listening to me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next conference video.
Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye.